on Poland, New Hampshire.
All right. What did I do?
It's what you didn't do. That's what you did.
Not enough to honor, love, and obey. Now, these days, we gotta celebrate their lives.
And if you won't celebrate it, I will.
You need to make it your mission between now and November not to embarrass yourself and us again. Your behavior holds us all up to ridicule.
What did you just say to me?
I'm defending myself.
This always happen. Can't we ever have a meal in peace like a family? What I don't get, and I'm very pro-fish, is all this catch and release. I mean, what's the point? What am I trying to prove? I'm smarter than a trout?
That's yet to be established.
The point is conservation, Wicklund. I mean, what's the point of killing a fish if you don't have to?
Why fish, for that matter? We don't need to. A lot of them die from trauma even after you let them go.
The point of fishing is for our enjoyment. It satisfies us as predators, which we all are. I mean, man at his core is a predator.
You actually believe that fundamentally man is a predator?
Oh, yeah.
Some big game hunters, after they shoot their prey, they fornicate in the wound. I read it.
Listen, you guys, look, one reason I wanted to have this little fishing trip, besides the fact that maybe you guys are my best friends, you're also regarded as town leaders, and I will be asking for your support.
What, are you running against me, Bill?
No, there's more power running the church, trust me. But I am going to make a statement that the services on Sunday that might be a little controversial to some.
What's that?
I'm gay.
You mean gay as in homosexual gay?
Yes.
You're a minister.
He's not gay.
Yes, I am.
You played hockey, I mean, you fish.
We do those things.
Well, now hold on a second here, Bill. I mean, how do you really know what you are? Don't you take vows of, like, sycophancy?
Celibacy. No, and I am allowed to have a partner, and I do.
You have a gay homosexual partner?
Yes.
You're the minister.
You're leaving?
Of course I'm leaving.
Hank?
Never mind, Garrett. I'm not fishing with him.
You're a homophiliac, that's what you are.
A what?
A homophiliac, you heard me.
Look, you can't leave. How would that look?
How would it look? How does it look for us to be on a camping trip out in the woods with him?
I'm surprised at you, Hank.
Oh, really? I think I'm the one entitled to surprise, Bill. You've been my friend for almost 40 years. You've been lying to me.
Oh, I should have just told you.
Yes. Yes, truth isn't a conditional. Between friends, it's an automatic.
I was afraid. I was afraid when I was 15, and I'm afraid now.
Oh, yeah? You want a surprise, Bill? Here's a surprise for you.
You gay, Hank?
Shut up.
Waylon?
I like gay people. I've known 3 of them. Liked every one of them. But I don't tolerate liars.
Hank, you're being unfair, not to mention naive, so...
Oh, please. You're not upset? He's your friend, too.
Am I thrown? Yes. Am I upset? No.
You're lying.
I am not lying. I don't think there's a damn thing wrong with being gay. Do you?
Not wrong in a criminal way, but certainly...
Certainly what?
I know you can't help it, but it's a sickness.
Waylon, it is not a disease.
Well, then how come people can get cured of it?
You can't get cured from being gay.
I read it. Look, there's help, Bill.
Waylon, do you truly believe it's a sickness? You know, I half expected a reaction like this from Hank, but Waylon, I never imagined from you.
Look, I've got nothing against gay people, okay? I'm still happy to call you my friend. I'll go hunting with you, I'll go fishing, I'll go camping in the woods. I don't care what people say or what people think. But it is not natural.
Garrett.
I disagree with both my brothers. I understand why you kept this secret. I don't think it's an illness, but I will echo one thing Waylon said. I'm proud to call you my friend.
Well, I guess the question becomes, on Sunday morning when I make my announcement, can I count on you to be with me, at my side?
Yes?
No.
No.
I'm ashamed of you.
Ashamed of me?
Yes. I raised you better than that, Hank.
You didn't raise me.
Well, I've tried. God knows.
Dottie, we played hockey together. Football. I grew up showering with the man.
So what?
What do you mean, so what?
Did he get an erection?
Shut your mouth!
So you think a gay man can't shower with a straight man?
I don't want to talk about it.
You know what, Hank? He turned to you in a time of real need, and for you to have that reaction...
No.
I'm shocked.
Why?
To call homosexuality a disease? It's beyond bigotry, Waylon. It's redneck.
I don't condemn it. I'm even for gay marriages if that's what they want to do. But it's not natural. Okay, the human race is the only species of all the species with this high rate of homosexuality.
How do you know that?
I read it, Julie. I read plenty. Listen, gayness is sometimes a psychological thing a lot of times. Sometimes it's genetic, but it's not natural. Species is about procreation.
I do not want you voicing these opinions to Katie.
Why not?
Because I don't want her influenced by this kind of prejudice.
Let me tell you something, Julie.
Oh, my God.
What? Oh, my God. I haven't even said it yet.
Okay, anytime you preface an opinion with, let me tell you something, it's from Mars.
Well, let me tell you something, Julie. You want to talk about influence? It's all over the TV. We watched that Will and Grace. I'll put money one of them guys is gay.
You think?
Got that other show, Queer as Folk, 6 Feet Under. You even got a show now where a pack of gay guys is running around trying to take over the whole world. Yeah. They got a monopoly on faction. Now we even got gay bishops right here in New Hampshire. You want to talk about influence? Today it's almost cool to be gay. It's out of control. And now right here in our own church, God's sakes. It ain't right.
I'm disgusted with both Waylon and Hank. I'm tempted to call tonight's dinner.
Don't do that. Family is family. We never let politics interfere with
This
family.
isn't politics. It's morality. It's humanity.
We're not canceling dinner. I don't even want to discuss it at dinner.
I'm gay. I mean, I'm considering it.
What do you mean you're considering it?
I am.
You're not gay.
You see, all the tolerance just flew right out the window.
That's not true.
Mom, I saw your faces. It was a problem.
The problem would be the bigotry you'd face. We wouldn't want you to face that kind of hatred.
Oh, please.
The fact that we might not be prejudiced doesn't mean that bigotry isn't out there.
Morning.
Bill, thanks for coming.
Something up?
Well, it's about tomorrow. I'm up for re-election next month. I support your lifestyle, but for me to stand up when you make that announcement, I'm afraid people could get the wrong idea.
What idea is that, Garrett?
Look, if you had come out before you became a minister, you never would have got the job. Now you have a loyal congregation, you can afford to be courageous. Well, my congregation isn't that loyal. I have a 3% lead in the polls.
Maybe it'll go up.
You know it won't. You know there's going to be backlash. That's why you're asking me to be there.
Sometimes leaders have to lead, Garrett.
You're being selfish. I will support your lifestyle. I will go to church tomorrow. But I won't be standing by your side. We live in a sleepy little town. When the minister outs himself, trust me, the lions are going to wake. The lions are going to roar. I don't want to be talking about it at dinner.
Why?
Because it's a Saturday night family dinner. I don't want it turning into a free-for-all.
We always have free-for-alls.
Monica, do not bring it up.
Well, I won't be saying anything, don't you worry.
That doesn't make sense to me, Hank. I mean, if it so affects the town, I would think you would want to discuss it. Skunk.
I'm sick of not being able to give my opinions.
You will not be giving that opinion. Let's just have a nice, uneventful supper.
They're never uneventful.
Are you going to church tomorrow?
Oh, yes, we won't be missing church tomorrow. But tonight, let's not talk about it. Promise me that you won't bring it up, Waylon.
I promise.
Waylon?
I promise.
Yeah, it's really good.
You know what? They were so delicious. Everything so delicious. It always does.
Did you want some of this? Here. Where's Malcolm?
He went to Concord for the night, probably to do drugs and vandalize, but he'll be back tomorrow. Here, get this bread while it's hot. How was the fishing, Hank?
Fine.
That's good. Carrots, Julie.
Oh, thank you.
Ellen, why do you always ask me questions you don't care about the answers?
I'm sorry?
You don't care how fishing was. You always ask me these perfunctory questions like, how was fishing? How are things at the station? Sometimes you don't even wait around for the answer.
Lay off Helen.
What, I can't
Here we go.
You all recognize the moves.
Maybe I should sing.
No. All right, let's not start this tonight, okay? Let's just have a simple, peaceful meal. It's doable. Monica, please pass the homosexuals. I mean the potatoes. Please pass the potatoes.
Are homosexuals on your mind, Waylon?
Helen?
As a matter of fact,
Okay, Waylon, you promised.
she wants to know what's on my mind.
She seems very interested in the
This is
answer.
gonna get nasty.
Do not antagonize,
We just want a
please.
peaceful supper.
I think we should talk about this. I mean, our minister is gay. This is the man who counsels our youth.
He's been counseling our youth quite effectively for years. Why would he no longer be qualified?
I don't mean they're not smarter than us.
Who?
Homosexuals. I mean, I've met 6. They're all smart. How many you met?
3.
Oh, any of them stupid? Right? They're all intellectuals, just like the ones on TV. But that's because, down deep they know they're sick.
Can you help us track the logic there, Waylon?
Yeah. At a very young age, they're very confused. So they start asking themselves a lot of questions. Like, why am I different from the others? Why do I like Archie and Reggie rather than Betty and Veronica?
Not to mention Jughead.
Anyway, I got this burning curiosity. So they do a lot of reading and stuff, That's why they're all smart intellectuals. And hey, as I said, I admire that. But I don't want one as a minister. And let me tell you something.
Oh, my God.
What? Why is everybody so afraid of being called intolerant? Americans, we're not a tolerant people, God's sakes. We believe in the death penalty. We got high crime rates. We got wars. We're a vicious, ugly people, and we don't even mind when people call us vicious. In business, ruthless is considered a compliment. But call us intolerant. Call us insensitive. Oh, my. Well, enough is enough. I don't want a homosexual for minister, and I'll say so.
The thing is, Daddy, sensitive and tolerant are words I always used to describe you. But I'm ashamed to hear you talk this way. There was hatred in your words, Daddy, and in your voice. I barely recognize you.
let's just change the subject. Can we do that?
Anybody see SpongeBob this morning?
Mm-mm.
It's the one where SpongeBob and Patrick adopt a clam.
Oh, I love that one, and SpongeBob does all the work.
And Patrick doesn't pitch in.
Why are you hanging me out?
Waylon.
I'm talking to my brother now. Why are you hanging me out? You feel the same as I do.
I don't feel the same as you, Waylon.
Yes, you do. And you. I'm sick of you filtering everything through being the mayor. You're so politically correct, you can't even...
Can't even what?
You know what it feels like to be your brother? To have you, like, censor yourself? You can't even be candid enough with your own brother to say, holy crap, the minister's gay. So worried about public opinion. You're a fraud.
Waylon, feel free to have your own opinions, but don't you dare presume to voice mine.
What happened to you?
All right, Waylon, you've said enough.
No. 2 days ago, and I apologize for this anecdote in mixed company, but it's telling. Garrett and I were outside, Indian summer day. Girl walks by in t-shirt and 21, 22, I don't know, but with huge, I mean huge tits. Again, I apologize for this anecdote, but my point is, that is the word, tits, that Hank and Garrett and I would use. And Garrett didn't even comment on them.
Maybe he's gay.
It's not funny, Monica. What I'm trying to say here is that he feels the need to censor himself, his thoughts, even with his own brother.
Let me see if I get this. You're upset with me because a girl with big breasts walked by, and I failed to comment on them?
Yes. Yes, it's one thing if you don't know each other well. But good friends, and the three of us, and if there's one thing we've always said to each other, more than I love you, it's check out those tits. Not anymore. Now it's all about, will this get me a vote? Will this cost me a vote? Well, I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. And you feel the same as I do, Hank. You're not being totally honest either.
My issue with Bill is being deceived. I don't think homosexuality is a disease, Waylon. And as for a gay person being head of our church, truth be told, I was more upset when the Episcopalians started ordaining women. So don't be putting opinions in my mouth either.
What's wrong with ordaining women?
Oh, never mind.
No, I'd like to hear why.
Me too.
That's another subject for some other time.
Which at the moment we're desperate for. So what's wrong with ordaining women?
I just think you have to be careful putting women in leadership positions, that's all.
Why?
Oh, come on, Helen.
No, I'm really interested in the answer, Hank.
Me too. Why?
It's chemical.
Chemical?
Yes. Women get hormones going, PMS, whatever. It affects their personality. And you add to that their postpartum syndromes, and then they go through the change, and they get psychotic. You know, we can't have their finger on the button in these situations.
Ministers don't get to put their fingers on the buttons.
Well, you know what I'm saying?
So, you don't believe that a woman should ever be president?
No. There are certain positions that require a constitution that women just don't have. Not that there haven't been good women leaders, but they're not really women.
What do you mean they're not really women?
Well, they're not sexual, you know, in a woman kind of way. Margaret Thatcher, Janet Reno, Hillary Clinton. There's some kind of variation going on there with the X and Y chromosome. You know, they're men.
They're men?
Right. Name me one woman leader who was ever soft and effeminate or womanly. I'm telling you, the ones with the sexy chromosomes don't make it. The ones that do, built tough, like a Dodge.
What I really love about these family dinners is, you know, we learn about each other.
Don't start with me, Helen. I'd take Hillary over Bill, so there.
Because she's built Dodge tough.
Pass the peas.
You know, Hank, this is probably something private between you and me, but I don't know.
I feel compelled to say it right now at this table.
Say what?
I want a divorce. I love you, but I can't tolerate living with you anymore. I want a divorce.
Hank, don't you think you should go talk to her?
She'll snap out of it.
Snap out of it? Has she left you before?
It's a private matter.
Private? She asked for a divorce over pot roast.
Never mind.
Hank, she left the table, but she did not leave the building. She obviously wants to talk. If you won't go to her, I will.
Sakes.
Waylon, maybe you and I could speak in private.
I need to speak with my daughter, please. Katie?
Dottie, why are you taking a bath?
Because I just felt like it. Is that okay?
Well, this isn't even our house.
I had a need to soak. I want to feel clean. I'm purging. This is me at the beginning of my purge period.
Well, clearly, you're acting nuts here.
Dottie, you're going to drown. Dottie? Dottie!
She's submerged?
Yes. Honestly, Garrett, I don't know what to do anymore. First it was the theater. Then she wants me to celebrate her. Every time I turn around, she's singing ABBA. Now she says divorce and then jumps in the tub. I blame you.
Me?
Yes. Yeah, you said talk to her about her feelings. I opened her up and everything just came spewing out.
I heard that.
Well, at least she surfaced.
Honey, if I am a bigot, and I'm not saying I am.
I'll say it.
All right, well, if I am, it doesn't come from hatred, I swear.
Well, what does it come from then?
Maybe fear.
What are you afraid of?
I don't know.
I'm not buying that, Daddy. You were banging the table with rage. Your opinions were too strong for you not to know the origin. What are you afraid of?
A lot of things, I suppose.
Okay, stop being evasive. What are you afraid of most? Tell me.
Most?
Yes.
Midgets.
Excuse me?
When I was 5 years old, I went to a parade. It was the 4th of July. And there were a lot of clowns and people with colorful costumes. No, listen. Then this midget came at me, and it really scared the heck out of me. I mean, I almost started to cry.
What does this have to do with prejudice against gays?
What I'm trying to say is maybe I'm prejudiced against change. See, that midget rocked me. I didn't understand it. I had norms, and adults were supposed to be tall. I'm not very good at this. What I'm trying to say is that every time I seem to get a sense of what's normal, Honey, yesterday was very good to me. I was a star athlete. Some of those parades were even in my honor. I was the toast of Poland. And then today came. And things aren't the same. Tomorrow terrifies me. Every time the world turns, honey, it doesn't always turn for the good. 9/11, gay bishops, Sometimes I feel like I'm getting attacked by a zillion
midgets. Well, you know what's scaring me, Dad? I've seen you lost before, but your compass has always been your heart and your compassion. And the things you were saying down there at the table, they just weren't consistent with compassion, Daddy.
Maybe not.
Daddy, the way the Episcopalian Church is struggling to deal with this whole gay bishop thing, they're trying to balance tradition with change. It's okay to love one without being afraid of the other.
Don't tell me you're not being nuts. And don't go off on me not celebrating you. I thought we've been getting along good lately. I told you twice this month I love you. I mean, that ties the record. What the hell's going on?
I can't really put it into words.
Well, try. You gotta try.
Okay. I know you love me, as I do you, but I feel squashed, Hank. Not sure why, but I do. Every damn day, squashed. Sometimes I'm happy, sometimes blue, but always squashed. And as I listen to you talk about women and their constitution and their chemical deficits, I realize you don't really respect women, Hank. You don't truly respect me. And it's undermining, Hank. And you might think, you know, I've lasted all these years, what's the big deal? But here's the twist, Hank. I'm just starting out. You get that? I'm 45 and my life is just beginning. Barring disease, I mean, I'll probably live to my 90s. I'm not on any back nine. No, I am in the bud stage. My future is now, and I will not have it squashed. I have a life to lead, a great life, and you are a big lump in my path.
Excuse me.
Our turn to talk now, Waylon?
No, I've said all I got to say to you. Besides, all you ever do is lecture me about what an embarrassment I am, and I already got that sermon last week, Garrett.
You don't think I'm candid with you?
No, I don't even think you're candid with your own wife, Garrett, so I should... Don't bump me.
I will bump you.
Yeah, bump me. Huh?
With you!
He started it! No, I didn't! You belly bumped me!
You sound like you're 6 years old!
What's going on?
They got in a fight.
A physical fight?
Yes.
God's sakes.
No, he started it.
He did!
Never mind, God's sakes.
Where are you going?
Out.
What's with Dottie?
She's a bud.
Well, it's official. The family is falling apart.
Here's the deal, Hank. When you two become estranged, it's usually about Dottie feeling that you disapprove of her.
And that's not it. She's disapproving of me here.
Oh, really, Hank? Huh? She talks about you squashing her, you being, what is it, a bump in her path?
Lump.
Oh, well, Hank, when you talked about the limitations of women, I'm sure that she heard you doubting her. Hank, given your profound chauvinism, I hesitate to say this to you, but you need to kick your wife's ass a little. Truth is that you're letting Dottie reach and bloom more than ever.
Exactly.
And I think that she's feeling a little adrift. Now, what you need to do is support her, but not with, oh, do whatever you want. Exercise some control over this theater business. I think, in truth, she needs a little security. I'm not saying squash her, but as she walks this enormous plank with a new venture, remind her that you are still there to take care of her.
So, I need to kick her ass.
I was so afraid that's all you'd hear. Look, she's not going to leave you. I know, Dottie. She loves you. You're a kind, powerful, attractive man. Relax.
You know, I'm speaking to you as my minister, by the way, not as a buddy.
Bring Dottie to service tomorrow. Couples never split up after church. I'll have the choir sing your wedding song. Now, how about us as buddies?
I can't stand at your side tomorrow. It's not that I think ministers can't be gay.
Then what is it?
It's... I can't stand at your side. It's like our past has been erased. You kept from me who you were, Bill. How can I say we were truly friends?
I guess the more relevant question becomes, knowing what I am, can we be friends now?
You're obviously upset about what I said in the jail cell.
That's got nothing to do with it. Maybe part, but that's all. Can you not understand this?
Yes, it's got nothing to do with it, only part. What's the other part?
I could take it, but you're embarrassed to have me as a brother, believe it or not, Garrett. I can even
I'm not embarrassed to have you as a brother.
You said that in the cell, Garrett.
No, I didn't, Waylon, and if that's what you heard, then that's your problem.
You called me an embarrassment, Garrett.
No, I said you had to be mindful.
Now you're backstroking.
No, I'm not.
Do not throw that at me.
Don't throw it at me.
I passed it to you.
Oh, yeah? Fine. And here's a pass.
Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Threw the ball at me!
He started it!
All right. Ought to arrest the both of you, God's sakes.
You've regressed to 4-year-olds now.
All right, Julie and Cade, let's go.
Oh, get help, fat boy.
Ugh, no, you don't, Waylon. You go home. It's a shame to waste a good idea when you get one.
See you later, Baldy. Come on.
Bye.
Dottie, my little bud, could I have a word?
He started it.
Kick my ass? The minister said that?
Yes.
The gay minister told you to kick my ass.
He said that you might be insecure over this theater and somehow me not wanting a woman president. I don't know, Dottie, I forgot what he said, but I'm sick and tired of you thinking that I don't love you or that I don't celebrate you or that I don't approve of you. And I'm sick of you being a total wacko. I have half a mind to tie you up and just put you in the basement for a month.
This is how you woo me back?
I'm at a loss. Hey, if this is about approval. Here.
What's this?
Carpenter's Greatest Hits, tracks 2, 3, and 7. That's how I feel.
You're giving me a Carpenter's album to express your feelings?
I'm at a loss, woman. I mean, the fact that I wouldn't vote for a female president doesn't mean that I don't respect you and love you and approve of you. With all my heart.
It wasn't the respect part. It was the XY chromosome part.
What?
You think of me as a Dodge, I know you do.
That's what this is about?
I've heard you use car terms to describe me. Mileage, chassis, suspension. It hurts, Hank.
Daddy, I think of you as a sexual woman.
I'm still wobbled for the whole Katie Couric thing.
Listen to me, listen. You are the love of my life. I love your mind, your heart. I love your body.
I need you to talk sweetly to me, Hank. Before, when you called me your little bud, I liked that. Could you call me that every once in a while?
Fine.
Can you say it now?
My little bud.
Truth is a work in progress. The most vital relationships, usually the healthiest, are those where the friends and partners continue to discover one another. So many families opt for harmony instead of choosing to explore each other's lives. Truth is also something one should rightly demand from his or her spiritual leader. I have been having a relationship outside of matrimony with a man. I'm gay.
Oh my God.
Truth can also be shocking, sometimes alienating. But if people don't forge through the shock, if Dear God, I practiced this sermon for 5 days, and I'm as blank as your faces.
My name's Wayland Shaw. I think most of you know me. I find it outrageous that Reverend Deaker dropped this on us and just expects us to accept it. He's a gay minister, for God's sakes. If you're like me, you're stunned. It's going to take time. But if you're like me, eventually, you'll get there. Because at the end of the day, what truly counts is that he's a good minister. He teaches love of God, love of people. He's a good minister. He's a good man. He's a good fisherman. And I don't want to lose him. Well, that's all I have to say.
I'd just like to stand by my brother and his words and Bill Deaker. He's helped us all out in our various times of need, and he needs us now. And,
Bill married Dottie and me, and it's a union that will never come undone. And this town is a union that, well, we've always stayed strong because we stick by one another. I'm proud to call Bill Deeker my minister. I'm lucky to have him as a friend, a good friend. And I'm not very good at this public speaking, but you know what my brother said, that's... Is this service over, Bill?
Yeah.
Is my wedding song? Well, then maybe we can all walk out together with our minister. So in closing, Dee Dee, Dee Dee, Dee Dee, Dee Dee, Dee Dee, Dee Dee, Dum Due.
Our wedding song.
Yes. You know, I've always been curious about that.